Hi, I'm Otto Penzler. I'm at the Mysterious Bookshop in Tribeca in Manhattan. This is our weekly talk about authors and books and collecting. And I have an interesting character to talk about today. Not as well known as he once was. The author is Arthur Train, and his character is Mr. Tut. Arthur Train was a lawyer. In fact, he was the Attorney General of Massachusetts for 17 years, and was well known for his battles for the underdog. He would take the side of those who were less equipped to be free of predators. And his character, Mr. Tut, reflects his own style, his own personality. Mr. Tut is a lawyer who, much like Perry Mason, who has never lost a case. when you're the author and you're writing about your character, you get to win every single case. And he had an adversary in almost all of the stories, the same district attorney who lost every case. Just much like if you're familiar with the Perry Mason stories, very much like that. He was genial. He was gentle. He was described as a cross between Abraham Lincoln and Uncle Sam and Robin Hood. Mr. Tut, I'm talking about now, not Arthur Train. There were a lot of short stories. Train wrote about 300 short stories, and mostly about Mr. Tut. There are quite a few volumes. The very first one, which was published in 1920, Tut versus Tut, is a Queen's Quorum title. So he's an important figure in the history of mystery fiction. He is. I don't think there was ever a full-length novel involving Tut. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember one if there was. I've known the short stories. I've read the short stories, a lot of the short stories, most of them, in fact, because they're so fascinating. The character would, because of Train's background as a lawyer and as an attorney general, the character would find loopholes in the law to help his client get free from those who were suing him or attacking him for whatever reason. And many of the loopholes in the law that he found were changed because of the fiction, which was wildly popular for a time. There's about 15 volumes of short stories. Unfortunately, I don't have too many of them. They tend to sell fairly quickly because there are a lot of people who know this character. And the books tend to be fairly scarce. Since they were short story collections, they weren't published in large numbers. And so they don't show up every day. He was published by Scribner's on a regular basis. I'll show you his first book, which is a non-Tut book. This is his second. The first book I'm showing you, but it's his second book, and it's a series of stories, a collection of stories about a shyster lawyer. Unlike the Tut series, where Tut is a very straight guy. It's 1911, and this is before the era where Scribner's would use an A to show you the first printing, which started in 1930. But there's the copyright page, and there's no indication of a later printing, and so we know it's a first edition. Considering it's 1911, this is a lovely copy, and this is $45. Just letting you know. Here's a Mr. Tut book. Mr. Tut Finds a Way, and this is, I'm going to guess 45. Let me just take a look. I'm so good at this. It's 1945. And this is the era where, in order to be sure that it's a first edition, Scribner's would put an A on the copyright page. And there it is, as you see. Really nice copy, really nice jacket. Look at this jacket. I mean, almost no wear whatsoever. The spine, the back cover, front cover. And this is 65, first edition. Here's a collection called Mr. Tutt at His Best. And these are stories that had been previously published, and Train here picks the best. I think it's 16 stories. Again, I'll show you the copyright page. This is 1961, so it's a pretty late book. And there's the A if you spotted that. Okay, so this is a fine copy of the book. The jacket is price clipped. Otherwise, it's really pretty fresh for a book that's now more than 60 years old. And this is 45. This one's very cool. Mr. Tutt's Casebook. Big collection of stories. This is 36? Yes, it is, 1936. There's the title page, and you'll see the A on the copyright page. So 1936, look at the condition of the jacket. Pretty nice. It's got a little chip there, but otherwise, it's really terrific. But what makes this an especially terrific copy is it's inscribed and signed by Train. And this is 125. His autograph is not that common. He also wrote a lot of non-fiction. And here's one. It says, "From the District Attorney's Office." And this is autobiographical. It's also signed. But it's not a great copy. You can see the spine is sunned. And there's some wear. And it is the first edition because there's the A. And it's also inscribed. But because it's nonfiction and it's not a great copy, it's only $25, which is too cheap. And here's another nonfiction book, My Day in Court. It's autobiographical, obviously. Cool end papers showing his handwriting and all of that. And this is 1939. Here's the title page. And let's see if it's a first. Oh, there's the A. It's a first. Pretty nice copy. Again, you know, when we talk about books from the 1930s having dust jackets, that's pretty cool. And this is 45. It does have some writing. You know, previous owner wrote a little thing up there, so it's not a perfect copy, but still pretty good. And then he did write other things. He wrote some other mysteries that did not involve Mr. Tutt, and he wrote some other novels. And this is a non-mystery novel, which, since we don't carry mysteries here, I'm eager to sell it, even though it's inscribed. I bought a nice little collection of Arthur Train books. That's why I have so many signed ones here. Also, we'll show you again. This is Scribner's 1940. There's the title page. And I'll show you the A, assuming it's a first, which I believe it is. We'll know. No, I guess it's not. There's no A on the title page, so it's not a first. But it is inscribed. There's the signature. Nice handwriting, actually. And this is $35. And that's what I have by Arthur Train. Thanks for watching.